Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified when I upload, which is every Monday at 7 p.m. So I know y'all see that title. Yes, we finna get into it. So this is a story time of when my boyfriend left me for a friend. Okay, so this is so crazy because it's like I remember it like it's yesterday, but I gotta get like all the details together. Y'all don't mind my lashes if my lashes look crazy. I was rushing to put them on. But anyways, okay, so let's take it back. I was about 16 years old in the 9th grade, I think. 15 or 16. I think I was 15 or 16. I know I was in the 9th grade in high school. So I'm gonna give y'all a backstory before I like fully get into it. So I had a boyfriend. We're not gonna say his name. Okay, so I had a boyfriend and I had this friend. So I used to walk to school when I was in high school because I lived down the street from my school. So I used to walk to school in the morning and my boyfriend would ride the bus. So in the morning I would kind of get there early so I could wait for him to get off the bus, because he would always say, wait for me in the morning, wait for me in the morning. So I would wait at the front of the school, wait for him to get off the bus, and then we would walk in together. Sometimes we would get breakfast, sometimes we wouldn't. We would just walk around and do other stuff. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it had to be like 2nd semester, because this friend that I had, I actually knew her for years. We went to the same elementary school. I can't remember if we went to the same middle school or not, but we went to high school together, Morrow High School. And she, in the mornings, I used to see her, like sometimes when I wouldn't catch him off the bus, I would see her, she would come. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she used to get dropped off. I can't really remember, but I know she didn't live far from the school either. So me and her would meet, she would ask me, oh, can you go with me to the cafeteria to get breakfast? So I would go to her to get breakfast because she didn't want to be by herself. So this is what's so crazy about this. So I would go to the cafeteria with her so she wouldn't be by herself, right? So eventually my boyfriend started going with us. He would get off the bus, I'd wait for him. And then if my friend wasn't there, I'd be like, oh, I'm waiting for my friend. She be wanting me to go to breakfast with her, so we'll all just go. So of course, you know, they met. I introduced them to each other because they didn't know each other. And this was kind of like a little routine thing. We would go and get breakfast together, like all 3 of us. So I'm not really sure on like if it was days went by or weeks went by, but soon enough okay, how did I find this out? Because okay, I'm trying to figure out who said this. I just remember somebody was like, oh, your friend like your boyfriend, but don't tell her. It was something crazy like that. I'm trying to think who said that. It probably was his ass. He probably was the one that said, oh, your friend like me, but she don't want you to know type stuff. Cause he was a little yada yada anyways. But so yeah, I found that out. And I was just thinking like, that's weird. How you gonna like my boyfriend? Like I introduced y'all to each other and now you like him. So then I found out, cause like I was saying before, some days his bus would be late, so I would just do my own thing because I wasn't gonna be waiting the whole time. And I found out they were going to breakfast together. So I'm like, y'all is weird. How I go from introducing y'all not knowing each other, to y'all going to breakfast together. And it was so fake because I'm like, this girl's supposed to be my so-called friend. And I was being nice to her by going to breakfast with her because she didn't want to be by herself. And then she went behind my back and went with my boyfriend. So basically, soon enough, I had ended up getting, I remember this like it was yesterday, I ended up getting into a fight. And I actually got suspended from the school for like 3 days, I think. So I was suspended for 3 days and I came back and they gave me ISS for like a couple days, whatever. So the 3 days that I was out, I came back and I seen them walking down the hallway holding hands. I was like, what? This junk is funny. It's funny, like thinking back on it, that junk is crazy. I went through some crazy stuff in high school. But I come back, they walking down the hallway holding hands. So I'm just in shock, like, when did this happen? Long story short, me and him broke up and they ended up dating. Really, really weird. Like, it was so weird for me to see them walking down the hallway with each other. Like, legit holding hands. That was so weird. And then I just felt so betrayed. Like, that was so fake on her part and on his part. So one day I had like a what's it called? I was in chorus. I had a chorus concert, and he stayed. Was he in band? I don't think he was in band. Was he in band? I can't remember if he was in band or not. But he was there that night. We had a chorus concert. I think it was in our gym, and she was there, and he was there. But me and him, it was so crazy because back then I was on this thing like, oh, they together, but he's still talking to me, or I can get him back type stuff. So during that night of the little concert or whatever, we was outside talking, and I was just like, oh, so you with my friend now? And I was like, that's like, I was just telling him like, that's so fake and stuff. And I was like, I hope she know if I want to, I can get you back. Like, I was being petty, and then me and him ended up kissing, blah, blah, blah. So after that, it was just so much back and forth between us. But I don't think she ever found out that I had kissed him while they was dating, because she like completely cut me off when she was dating him. It's like, you knew you was being fake. That's why you did that. It's like, ain't no way around that. You knew you was being fake, so you cut me off. And little did she know I was still talking to him, and he was still trying to like kiss on me and all that stuff. It was just crazy. And then I don't know why, but he ended up breaking up with her and getting back with me. I know that was stupid, because why would you go back out with somebody that left you for your friend? I don't know. I was young and dumb. So me and him ended up back dating. And me and him dated for about 2.5 years. And that was my first, like the first relationship that I was in that was that long. Like 2.5 years was a long time back then, especially for a relationship. And throughout that relationship, he was being a hoe. Like, I remember he used to show me girls in his phone that he would talk to. And I don't know, I was just so naive, and I didn't care. And that was my first love too, so I really was just, you know, what they call it?
Head over heels.
Yeah, I was head over heels, but it's another phrase, young and dumb, or I was in love, and I was blind and in love. I was blind and in love, because boy, I honestly should have been broke up with him, but I never did. And the way we ended was we both came to an agreement that we was gonna go on a break. And the break ended up being permanent. So my advice to y'all, for one, don't go on a break, because when people go on breaks, that's when the break babies be happening. The breaks end up permanent, or the break end up being like, some people be like, oh, let's go on a break so we can work on ourselves. No, you can work on yourself together. If y'all need a break to work on yourself, then y'all just don't need to be together. It's just that simple. Like, you should be able to be in a relationship and still work on yourself and work with them, or whatever issues y'all have, because that break, I'm telling you, them breaks ain't nothing but the devil. It don't never do nothing good. But that is the end of that story time. I know it was quick, but it wasn't really too much detail to get into. Like, it happened so long ago. Like, I remember everything, but it wasn't really much detail to get into. It's just, that's what happened. And me and him ended up breaking off after 2 years and a half, because it was almost going on 3 years. And our break became permanent. And then he actually, after that, it was crazy, because after that, he ended up dating this new girl. She was new to the school. And I actually had chorus class with her. So yeah, I had a lot of girls around me that was trying to get my man when I was with him. So that was, it was messy. It was very messy. But he ended up dating her, and that was weird too, seeing him with her, because I'm like, how are we supposed to be on the break and then you went off and dated somebody else? How does that work? And yeah, that was weird too. And she wasn't even really that cute. And I remember everybody used to be like, oh, your man got a new girl, she ain't that cute. I'm like, I know, okay, nobody topping me.
He
and
downgraded.
it ain't even really, yeah, he definitely downgraded. Everybody was saying he downgraded. But then it's like, it's not about looks, but you know how petty you be back then, or just in general. Like, if your man break up with you and get another girl and you know you look better than her, you like, oh yeah, he downgraded, ain't nobody worried about them. But it was just weird. See, it was always weird seeing him with somebody else. And I didn't date nobody else at that school. I knew too many people, so. And he was friends with, but a lot of his friends tried to talk to me too. That was the crazy part about it. One of his best friends that he used to hang with all the time actually tried to talk to me. And I never told him, but I didn't ever pursue nothing anyways. That was weird to me. And then he wasn't my type. So, but it'd be crazy how you date somebody and then they friends secretly be plotting on them. Like my friends was plotting on him, his friends was plotting on me. I was just like, child, that'd be that high school mess. If you're going through that now as an adult, you need to let that go, because that's high school drama. Leave that in high school, middle school, maybe even elementary school. But if you're grown and you're doing that, you need to let that go. It's way too many people out here to be doing that.
Minnie Mouse.
But that is the end of this story time. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you guys, y'all making a lot of noise for me to be making a video. But that's the end of this video. Make sure you guys follow me on all social media. My Instagram is @CoraCake_. My Snapchat and my Twitter is @CoraCake. So make sure y'all follow me there. And yeah, y'all will see y'all on the next video. All right.